Passwinders in the Ford finishes in 6th place. 7th place is Fred Lakavici in the Aston Martin, and then it looks as though in 8th place is going to be Flavio Piccioni in his Aston Martin, as the top 3 cars slow it all down and just celebrate the fact that they have started off very, very effectively their campaign in this year's World Championship. But it's still the important race to go here in Abu Dhabi, the championship race. They will start out front. Pole will go to that yellow car for the 2nd time. They've earned that position through this race, but they'll be joined on the front row by the number 5 Ford GT, and we'll just have to see how well they get on. And it will be the same drivers actually who are in the cars now who will be starting that 2nd race. So Andy Zuber, who's just taken victory here, he'll be the one to start from pole position, and Thomas Grosch will start from the front row with him. Great performances from Frederic Lakavici, managing to bring that Aston Martin up the order into 7th, despite the spin for his teammate Philippe Dumas on the opening lap. So I think they'll be well pleased with that, and it's a decent grid slot again, despite losing out on what was a front row start originally. And of course some stories of not such great happiness. Of course, we saw several cars in trouble right at the start of this race, all as a result of an incident into the first corner when Miguel Ramos lost control of his Maserati. That car ended up in the pits, and they're still working on it, of course. We lost Darren Turner and Thomas Enger as a result of that. Mika Salo's Corvette was also out as a result, and Matteo Bobby and Bert Longin also sadly out of the race right at the start, so they'll be starting from the back of the grid in the championship race. But there's been no doubt about, really, I think, Danny, if you had to choose a star of that race, not going to be too difficult to decide who it is it?
Yeah, I think it's got to be Romain Grosjean. Great first stint, and also Stefan Mucker dragging the Aston Martin up from 20th on the grid. So 2 great performances there. Yeah,
excellent indeed, and that's what we want to see, that sort of battling up through the field. Everybody just beginning now to get a bit more idea of which cars are working well. We knew the Corvette was a fast car, it always has been. I mean, this car's been around in a similar form really since the end of the 90s through the 2000s. It's been an incredibly quick car, and here we are in 2010, and it takes the first win in the GT1 World Championship. That's got to be one for the record books, and they will be delighted at Phoenix Racing as a result of that performance, and for young Andy Zuber there making that switch over from single-seaters to GT. 26 years old he is, the Austrian, and well, I think he has shown that he can adapt and be a driver, an all-round style driver who can get into a car with high downforce and be fast, and now a car with low downforce, still lots of power, some 600 to 650 horsepower in that Corvette, and he's dealt with it beautifully all weekend and come home with a pretty convincing victory, no doubt about it at all. But the Ford GT of Martek, a real boost to the team, having suffered that horrific accident for Natasha Gatchang in qualifying yesterday. Real morale boost for the Martek team. That stunning drive from Romain Grosjean, backed up solidly by Thomas Much, and then that 3rd place from Andrea Bertolini and Michael Bartels, which was wonderful as well. So Haley is down there, she's going to try and grab Andy. Let's see if we can get a word from him as everyone congratulates him.
Woo! Congratulations, Andy. Congratulations, what a great start to the season for you.
Yeah, great. Now we need to know, we need to see what's going to happen in the main race. We try our best, and then we will see.
What was the big challenge out there for you today?
It's very hot. The car was difficult to drive in my stint. A lot of oversteer. But I had a good gap, so it was okay. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so interesting to hear that, Danny. So he wasn't quite as easy as he made it look.
No, that's right, but I think looking at the lap times, they were very, very quick throughout the race, and there's his teammate congratulating him, and they pick up fastest lap as well, 2 minutes 7.1 on lap 13, so quite clearly nothing wrong with the pace or setup of that car. No, very impressive indeed, as you say. So good effort by both drivers, they both delivered superbly well. Mark stayed out of trouble at that first corner when Miguel Ramos made that slightly, well, made a mistake basically going into that first corner. He managed to avoid the Maserati as it spun off. Other